he working on his quarterback with everything?
Yeah, I mean, I think he knows exactly what's being asked of him. Coach Sweeney's in the university made it very clear what he needs to be focused on right now, and so he's focused on that. And whenever he gets everything taken care of that he needs to get taken care of, then he'll be back with us. But right now, really all his focus is taking care of the business he needs to take care of.
How much of this is a university matter as well as a team matter?
I think Coach Sweeney probably can answer all that. All I know is, what he's, when he's over here, he's allowed to watch what we're doing. But other than that, his full focus is handling what he needs to handle.
How much for you as a position coach having pretty much everybody back except for Sean, just having some more time?
Yeah, it feels good. There's been a lot of springs where we were limited and really waiting on a lot of the freshmen to come in, but got a lot of guys back this spring. I think that's a big strength for us, and I think it's really beneficial for the younger guys to be able to watch the older guys work every day at practice. But it feels great to have a lot of guys returning and really challenging those guys to take their games to the next level.
As good as this offense was last season, what can you improve on next season?
Yeah, we got a lot of things we can improve. Always will. We tell our guys all the time we haven't arrived. That's what we spent the last month really doing, is dissecting everything that we did last year, the good and the bad, and things that we want to really focus on this spring and improve. And we've kind of given that message to each of the guys individually and to the offense as a group. And they know what really we need to work on. But really for us, it's getting back to the basics. We got a lot of young guys on this football team, and we got a good mix. We got some experienced guys coming back, and really want to challenge those guys to take their game to the next level. Firmly believe that you're either getting better or getting worse. You're not just staying the same. And so really challenging those guys each day to get better, and then also to be leaders for the next group. Some of these other guys aren't going to be around here much longer, and this next group is going to be our future. And we're going to be counting on those guys this year and then in the future. So it's very important, really, for all the different level guys that are out here to really get back to the basics and fundamentals of what we want to do offensively.
Speaking of those next guys next year, Kelly Bryant, how much of the reps does he get? Because you all know what Deshaun can do. So.
Yeah, I think this is a big spring for both Kelly and Nick. It's another year in the system, and we have higher expectations for both of them than we did last year. And I think Coach Streeter will do a really good job with the reps and getting Deshaun his work and keeping him sharp and improving, but also giving opportunities to Kelly, Nick, and Tucker as well. It's a big spring for all those guys really to take that next step.
Would they get some first team snaps, and how much would they get?
Yeah, I think that's as we go through spring. I think some of those guys, Kelly and Nick, got some reps with the first group today, and so we'll chart that, and Coach Street will do a good job being sure those guys are getting opportunities with the first and second group.
How happy is Mike Williams just to be out here again?
Yeah, I don't know how happy he is, but I was very happy today to see him back out there. He looked really smooth actually for the first day. I probably was expecting a little bit more rust coming back after such a long layoff, but I think a lot of it started in the off season, starting in January. He jumped right in and went to work and did a really good job in our all-in mat drills, and he looked good today. Today was just the first day, kind of getting back at it, but he did a really good job. And I like where he is mentally, and I think that's probably the biggest part coming back from something like that. But he worked really hard today, and I think this will be a good spring for him to really kind of get back going and hopefully pick up where he left off.
Wayne says he was a little winded out there a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. And that's spring ball. We can afford to kind of push those guys a little bit more than maybe we would during the season. So it's a big time for that. Really kind of push those guys outside their comfort zone, and as they continue to get physically and mentally tougher.
How do you expect Dion to handle his role this spring with the limitations and the eyes on him to kind of get things straightened out?
Yeah, well, I think Coach Sweeney's made it very clear to Dion what's expected of him. He knows what he's got to do, and ultimately it's coming down to him whether he's willing to do it and do what he needs to do to get this situation pushed behind him so he can get back and join us later on getting ready for summer. But And I think Dion, so far, from what I can see, he's handled it well, but he's still got more to do to satisfy what he has to do off the field before he can get back out here with us.